Hello and welcome back to another Much Check video, and today this is part 2 of the orienteering video. You might notice that I'm wearing something different to the last one, even though I said I'm doing them all on the same day, and that is because, as I mentioned last time, the cafe was shut, so I was going to get some lunch after doing the first 2 of the 4 orienteering routes. I didn't have any food, so I went to a local pub which was about 10-15 minutes walk away, had lunch, and then just sort of didn't want to do any more. I was quite full, so today I'm doing the last 2. This is about recording this about a month afterwards, but yeah, got the other 2 routes today, the orange and red routes, which are the 2 longer routes, going over some of the same stuff, but we're on the way now, and yeah, let's crack on with it. And just one last thing before we actually get going, and so I'm probably only about 2 minutes walk from the first post again, is that today we get to see the monument, which is probably my favourite part of Tandle Hill. It's got some absolutely glorious views. Still plenty of sort of shots of that. Because the last few times we sort of skirted around it type of thing. This time I think we actually go up to it. So yeah, definitely looking forward to doing that. And that was the start post there. I couldn't really film too much because there was a few people sort of around it. Or couldn't really say much about it. So I'm on my way down to the first sort of proper checkpoint. I'm going to start off with the orange route because it's a slightly shorter one. So I can save the next one to the end. Really, these are the orange and red routes. Doing the orange one first, and the next stop is B, which is what we've already been to. I'm also going to try and find somewhere with a nice bit of shade, so I can sit and eat my lunch as well. Yeah, let's crack on. So I know where B is anyway, because it's in the last video. So I can just bob over there now and get that. I think there's a fair few new ones in today. But yeah, straight on to B. Now. And there it is. Just going to get a bit closer now so you can actually see it properly. There is B. That is, just to prove I'm not winding up there, it's letter B. So now we're on to J, which is a new one, and I have no idea where that is. So I'm going to have a bit of a wander around, see if I can find it. I genuinely have no idea where this could be, so. But it is off the sort of beaten track as well, so there's not really much in the way of like being able to track it too well either. So, although I think we do pass one that I've been to before, which is H. Oh god. So this is where I have to cross over now. I'm going to try and climb on that log and hopefully not get my shoes too muddy. So currently no sign of J. We're doing really well here. I am bait because that one's completely off the beaten track. All the other ones sort of tend to be on actual like paths and stuff, or just off paths and in actual sort of walkways. This one's sort of just in, quite probably just in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a forest, and it is proving elusive. So I think I'm going to move on back towards the path and try and get to the next one and just see if I can find it along the way. Yeah, I think that's my plan at the moment. Never mind, I think I've just found, I had found it and I've lost it again. I thought I'd just seen it. Yes, aha, I know where it is, I can see it. Let's see if I can get a good angle of it without getting too close. What the hell is that? And that definitely says J. That's got to be J, hasn't it? Like I say, it's in the middle of literally nowhere. I mean, there is a bridge to cross to it, but I'm not entirely sure that's workable. I might go back the long way, I think. Now we're off to L. So I'm heading back towards where B was, because that seems like a good place to cross over, because there's a very sort of river, oh, stream, but it's quite a steep one on either side. Whereas at B there's a bridge, so I'm backing track a little bit, but hopefully it'll be worth it. I'm also going to stop off in about 5-10 minutes for some lunch, I think. I'm getting kind of hungry. Obviously there's a reason that these two are the harder ones. It's not just because they're, you know, longer. A lot of them are more out of the way. Like the first one we did, the first yellow route we did, was all quite consistent on the main paths and stuff. This one is distinctly not. They're all up hills and out of the way, across bridges that look they could collapse at any second. So, and I've picked a really warm day to do this as well. I have no idea where Elle is, so I'm keeping an eye out for it here. Yeah, let's keep going. Well, there's another one there. I don't know which one it is. Come have a nosy. Yep, there's L. With the upside down T as the symbol for this one. So, the next one up is Z. And I think I know where this one is. Because if you remember in the last video, I accidentally stumbled across one because I went too far one way. And I think that was Z. So, stop, get that one. And then I'm going to stop off and get some food. So I've got it with me, just need to eat it. I need to find somewhere that's quite shaded and got some sort of seating to eat. And there's Z, and it's right by a bench that's in the shade, so I'm going to sit and have some lunch, I think, whilst I'm here. Perfect timing. So, lunch had, and we're now halfway through the first of our two different routes. We're halfway through the orange one, which is the shorter route of the two. But I'm now feeling most of I've got a couple of drinks, got a bottle of water in the bag as well. So I've got plenty to keep me going. But now we're on to the letter. I don't know which letter's next actually. I will check in a second. The next letter is letter P, apparently. Oh yeah, let's go and have a look for the letter P. So, P is evading me at the moment because this is the area I've got to work with. Seems pretty open, seems pretty empty. You get no sign of a signpost. So I think I'm going to have to call a time on this one. I haven't found it, but I've been looking literally for about 20 minutes. Keep seeing things that vaguely look like it. There was one thing, I saw a red thing in the distance, raced over. It was a discarded water bottle. Like the label of a bottle of water. So, you know, please make sure you clean up after yourselves, guys. Take your rubbish with you. If nothing else, because it confuses orienteers like myself. I mean, it got to the point where I've been to like 2 or 3 different main paths and tried to triangulate the position. You know, if it's at that angle, it's at this angle, whatever. And I am still at a loss here, so I'm gonna have to take this as a loss, I think, on that one, because I am just so perplexed. Like I said, I've been wandering around this random piece of this random clearing for a good sort of 20 minutes, 30 minutes now, and I've still not seen anything that even vaguely resembles it. So I'm gonna have to call this, I think, which is obviously disappointing. But I'd rather do this than, you know, waste any more time looking, because it's getting to, like, you know, 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish. And it won't start going dark, but obviously I want to try and make sure I get home at some point tonight. And I'm only like halfway through the first of 2 and the second one's longer. So gonna call this, I think. Unless I see it whilst walking back to a path. Disappointing. I think when I get to the part 2, the actual red route, I'm going to try and speed it. I think time it, see how fast I can do it. Nothing else, just a bit of a laugh, really. because a lot of them are ones you've been over already, and if not, I think I know where they are, or rough areas. So on we go now, still on orange routes to G, which is one I think we visited before. Then after that it's Y, then F, which is our end point. Well, actually the start finish point is the finish point. And this time I'm going to go back to the start finish point, get an actual time on this. And there's G, which is another one down now. We've got Y and F. I think Y is a new one, but F is our start and end point for pretty much all of these. And this one, you guys can see that, letter Y. Not nearly as difficult as the previous one to find. So, just the letter F to get to now, which is right near the start. I know where that is, so I'm right by it now pretty much. Maybe a couple of minutes. Keep going. And there, to finish the orange circuit, as with all the other ones, is F. Right, I'm going to take a quick couple of minute break now. Then we'll go to the start. And then we will run the red route, the most difficult one, which is, I think I'm going to check how many different steps there are on this one. I think there's about 10, but it's all on the outside of the park as well. It's windy. So including the start and end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. Actually has the numbers next to it, so I don't need to bother. But yeah, 14 including start and end. That's doable. I'd say 45 minutes an hour, 3.1 kilometres. Yeah, doable. I reckon about an hour. Because most of these ones we've already passed already. So, K, we done K before? I don't know. Z we have, Y we have, F. No, most of them are new ones actually. Exciting times. So there's our start point. So the timer starts now. So, starting the timer, we're up to ZZ now, and I am putting a bit of a pace on at the moment. I've had a few minutes breathing, a bit of water, so I'm feeling more energised, and there's a breeze coming now as well, so probably won't be doing too much more talking to the map until we get to individual places, just so I can sort of focus on moving a little bit quicker to each of the spots that we need. So there's the first one over there, ZZ, which is a cross. So the next one is on pretty much the other side of the park. This isn't like a zigzag thing, this is just you're going round the edge of the park type thing. So we'll cover a lot of the outskirts, whereas previously we've covered a lot of the sort of inner orienteering ones. I'm just following this fence round because the next one is pretty much where the fence turns. So I don't want to go too fast, but sort of, you know, get a bit of a move on. It's currently about 5 to 2. So fingers crossed I can be done for 3 o'clock. I don't actually know how long it's going to take, but it's 3-point-something kilometres. And that's provided I don't spend a lot of time waste a lot of time looking for individual different ones. But I've got to set a timer. It's pretty much the second I left the start point, and I will turn it off as I get to the end point. Okay, I've just stopped because I found an orienteering thing that isn't actually on the map, which is the letter I. That's very weird. I don't know why that isn't on the map. I've just seen another one of those orienteering ones that isn't listed, which is the letters V and V. Because I read it as a W initially, which is on the other side of the park. We'll be visiting that one probably about halfway round. So I had this horror of like, oh, have I come the wrong way? And then I was like, no, there's a definite gap there. It's VV. But there's definitely no I anywhere on that map, or a VV, so I might just send them a quick email and just sort of say there's 2 random ones as well. Just because obviously the map's incomplete then. Unless there are like other orienteering ones that elsewhere in the country that aren't. Strange. Anyway, I don't know how close we are, but I think we should be approaching R in the next couple of minutes. Obviously we've had a few weeks of bad weather, so a lot of the paths are still fairly claggy, shall we say, if not outright wet. But yeah, here we are, we're in the corner now, so actually we should be pretty much right by R, wherever it is. Consult the map. Looks like we may have come across our first bogey of the tournament, which is, or the run, which is the letter R, third one. Proving remarkably difficult to find. I've been looking now for about 10 minutes, and I'm definitely where I should be on the map. And can I find it? No, is the answer to that question. Honestly, not a clue where it is. Here is it. No, that's water. I swear I found one down here before. Whether I found... There's a way through there. I'm talking to myself, just ignore me. But I definitely can't see one here. So if I can't find it, I'm going to add a, I don't know, 1 minute penalty or something to the end. But 5 minute penalty, probably the easier one. Not that it makes any difference. Not competing against anybody. But who knows? Definitely not seeing it. Right, setting a challenge for you. If anybody ever is in Tandle Hills Park near Oldham, I'm saying this mainly to my friends that watch the channel anyway, local friends, find the letters P and R, and I'll buy you a pint if you find those letters and can provide proof that they are exactly where it is. But yeah, that's a open challenge there, because I'm giving up looking. I've been here about 25 minutes now, and I must have covered the same couple of pathways umpteen times. Nothing. Anyway, onwards and upwards to the next one, which is going to be letter K, which I did find on my first day out here, completely inadvertently. So yeah, that's the challenge. Anybody that finds a letter that I've missed, and it's a current image, so one that is probably from, I'm recording this in June 2024. You can find any of the ones I've missed, I will get you a pint for each. That is a pin box jack promise. Right there, and you can hold me to that. I will even, if somebody like Patrick, who has appeared on channel 4, or Josh, who sees this, wants to give it a go, I will even lend you the orienteering map. I will let you come and have a browse and have a nosy. And if you can't find it, or if you can find them, sorry, I will buy you a pint. That is a pin box jack promise. Anyway, on to the letter K, which is pretty much back towards B. So, yeah, on my way to the next one out, which is K, and I can already see it, so I'm doing better than R already. Oh, the undergrowth is getting quite wet. I don't know why, it's just filled up with water. I'm trying to sneak through it at the moment. But yes, I can see K from here. That's number 4 out of the 14, something like that. I don't know why this one is, because it's massively out of the way compared to the other ones. But yeah, I can see K now. And there's K. On to Z. So, back on the way to Z now. That one should be quite easy to find, because it's where I stopped for lunch. And then on to S, T, and X, which are dangerously close to the P one, which I didn't find before. Yeah. Yeah, let's find it. And there's Z for the second time today. On to S. So, S should be theoretically around here somewhere, and I think I can just about make it out over there. The little thing right in the centre of the screen. Certainly looks like one of the orienteering things. So grass getting a bit long here so I can get round. Yeah, set off my distance. And that is the letter S there. It's very exciting. So for the next one, which is T, you've got to basically go past X and then come back for X afterwards when you reach the there's a cross, like a bit of a crossroads, a fork in the road you might call it. So that's where I'm heading next. Try and find T. And I think we're about 45 minutes in at the moment. We're not even, I think we're about halfway. So gonna have to get some pace on, so it's gonna be like 3:30, 4 o'clock before I'm done. I'm getting quite tired and sweaty already. Just walking past where P was now, it's giving me bad vibes. Or where P should be. And again, if anybody wants to come and find it, be my guest. And there is T, I think, so I'm gonna get a bit closer. But yeah, yep, definitely T. So I'm just heading back down now to the path, and back for myself. But as I was walking past, I did see X, so that's, I think, takes us over the halfway point. And then the last few were all, it's Y and F, which we finished the run last time with. So I took that as a good sign. There's the steps up to the monument, which we'll be going to in just a moment, after we've got X out of the way, which is down just at the bottom here, somewhere over here. There it is, just spotted it. And there's X, right at the bottom of the hill, then up to the monument, where I promise you there'll be some spectacular views. The problem with Tandle Hills is, and this may come as no surprise to you, it's very hilly. Plenty of, but it all seems to be uphill. Don't know how they get around that, but there seems to be no downhills. It's all uphill. Did I not promise you spectacular views? Over there, in the distance, anyway, you can see that is Manchester City Centre, right over there. So it says V's over here, but slightly further left, but that doesn't look like there's a thingy. So let me see if I can get round. I think it's the best option. Did find some horses though. In fact, everywhere. I think that's going to have to be another one I've not found, because there's no way I can even get into the actual bit where it says it is. Because it says that the impenetrable growth starts later than it does. Ominous villain there. The impenetrable growth. But there's no way I can get into it without basically disappearing into some trees. Possibly never to be seen again. So I'm adding V to the list. So it's V, P and R at the moment. At there isn't any more. So, 5 to go. W, which is the next one. Then N, Y, which we found already tonight, and F, which we've also found today. And then just getting back to the finish line. And at that point, I think I'll be ready to go home. I don't think my hour is going to be doable. I've been doing it for just over an hour now already, I think. So just need to find the last 5. See if I can do it in under, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. Go home. I'll lie down and have the evening to myself, hopefully. So, on to W, which is the next one. And there's W, at least. So, looking at the map, there's a map there. W, N, Y, F, start finish. So let's just going to hug the wall now until we get to N. And then Y and F we know where they are, on paper, theoretically at least. I think that's N. I really hope it is, because that's the last one I need to find that I don't previously know the location of. Which the hill is very steep, because I nearly fell down here coming up before. So I'm on my way now to try and be very careful. Thank God yes it is. As I was walking up I was getting really worried it wasn't then. I have genuinely fallen maybe 10-15 times trying to get to that one. Trying to get back up to the top now. Because obviously the ground's still sort of slightly wet. And so you're still getting a lot of slippage underfoot. Like I said, but I'm back on slightly firmer ground now. Over to Y, then F, then the finish. Ow! Then home. Just need to stab myself in the foot with a piece of wood. Nice. And there's Y again. Just F to find now, which has ended literally every single one of these runs so far. And there is F. Woo! And the ending is literally just there. So let's have a look how we've done on the time as soon as I get to there. And there it is. So to start the timer, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 35 seconds. It'll be on screen, so you can sort of check I'm not lying. 1 hour, 18 minutes, which is about 18 minutes longer than I thought it was. Plus, I didn't find 2 of them, which were R and V, plus P from the first go. So, yeah. That'll do for this video. If you did enjoy it and want to see more orienteering videos, let me know down below. Comment. See if I can rope some friends into doing some at some point as well. But check out my videos on screen now. Subscribe down below. Hope you'll have an amazing day. I'll talk to you all next time.